What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review 24 hours after the Elimination Chamber tonight. A lot of things are going to be going on in the show, and as we leave the Elimination Chamber from a very good show, I would say, maybe, to bad. Like, there's some differences in it, I will say that, when you look at the Elimination Chamber from the parts that were good and the parts that were bad. And as they were in Anaheim, California tonight, a lot was going to go down for Monday Night Raw, because you kind of wonder where a lot of these guys going after the Elimination Chamber, other than Roman's main event in WrestleMania. But where do a lot of better people go? First off, at a very, I want to say a strange women's segment. We started out pretty much hyping up the women. And by the way, they were hyping up Ronda Rousey because Rousey was in the building tonight. And I will say this, before moving on, I know they were showing the Ronda Rousey thing from last night, the contract signing, but by God, did they need to show it 3 freaking times throughout the night? It's like every hour on the hour, it's like, okay, we get it, we saw it, we don't need to see it this many times. Like, we know she's here, we know what she did last night. It was kind of a little bit overkill when they did that. And then how they, it's funny, they had to, I'm sure Kevin Dunn did a lot of editing to fix Kurt Angle's botches, or have the crowd seem louder and cheer for Roman and make it a louder pop for Rousey, or more chants, because there's only like 8 people chanting it if you look at last night's footage. So I know they did that. But Alexa Bliss, and for some odd reason Mickie James was out there with her, like this was SmackDown again when they did this little team. And there was literally no explanation why Mickie James was out here with Alexa Bliss. And Bliss was putting her over and saying, first round Hall of Famer, 6-time women's champion. And, saying you learn from the women too. And she talked about how Asuka, well, I guess it's apparently that will challenge Bliss, as Cole say, at WrestleMania. I hope not. If it is, then this match will be quick as ever, hopefully, and kill Bliss with Asuka. And then Bliss pretty much went on to talk about Mandy Rose and Cena Deville. They got a bright future, but not while she's the champion. Bayley is a sad situation, which is pretty true. And Sasha Banks, it's not her year. And she talked about breaking Asuka's streak. So it looks like she can't wait to finish the job. It really feels like they really are going to do this Asuka versus Bliss thing. Because I don't know if it was really confirmed, but they look like they really are going with this. And the way how she's speaking, I think it's going to happen. Next thing you know, Asuka comes out and talks about Bliss then. Well, not talk about Bliss, but she comes out and Bliss pretty much says Nia Jax deserves a title shot. And that kind of started making fun of, was talking really slowly, kind of making fun of Asuka's English in a way, since she doesn't speak it well. And pretty much Asuka kept looking at her, and Bliss sort of wiped that smile up for her, for she does. And next thing you know, Nia Jax comes, and they start, all 3 of them jumping Asuka, as Asuka tried to kick the crap out of all of them, and she looked like she was about to get Jax until Sasha and Bayley came for the save, but the heels started getting the upper hand again. The segment was okay. Bliss, listen, Bliss is good on the mic, and she can get the crowd to turn against her or whatever, but I don't know, man. I still think it's ridiculous. She is still the champion. It really is. It's ridiculous. And Mickie James just suddenly appearing into this whole thing. Now let me point this out too. Once again, we get another 6 women tag match. I feel like this is every week now. We got to have these boring 6 women tags that just kind of be the same thing. And let me point something else out. Wasn't Mickie James teaming with Sasha Banks and Bayley last week to go against Bliss in Absolution? It's like, I don't know, I feel like WWE think we have the minds of idiots, it looks like, most of the time. Or we don't remember anything. Like, we know this happened. I swore this happened last week. Mickie James teaming with him. And I guess Mickie James is heel, or she's not heel, but she's teaming on the heel team. It was, and Mickie James literally gave no explanation. The thing to look at out of this whole match was Bayley pretty much dropping off the apron, net tagging Sasha, leaving her there. Asuka was able to get the win pretty much putting a knee bar on Mickie James for the win and taking her out. As pretty much Bayley looked on at Bliss. I'm sorry, not Bliss. Bayley looked at Sasha. So I wouldn't say it was a heel turn for Bayley, but I'm sure some people thought it was for a second. But she was getting a little payback from last night. John Cena came out saying he failed at Elimination Chamber, and he talked about failure a lot. And your character is put to the test, and your back is against the wall when you fail. He failed at the Royal Rumble, he failed at the Chamber, and he doesn't know how he's going to get to WrestleMania. So he said it's been a long time coming, but he at WrestleMania, and we all knew this was kind of coming, he was going to challenge The Undertaker, which the fans went nuts for. But Cena says that ain't happening because I don't make the matches around here, and he told that be impossible. So the only way to get to WrestleMania, I gotta go through SmackDown. And since he's Mr. Free Agent here and he can go to Raw, SmackDown, and do what he likes, he will be on SmackDown tomorrow. Let me say this about John Cena. I swear, if this whole Fatal 5-Way WWE title match turns into a 6-way, I will laugh because it's already odd enough. This is a Fatal 5-Way. What do we need? Another guy that has nothing to do with this feud? Like, oh, John Cena's in because he's desperately on trying to get to WrestleMania, and pretty much like he doesn't know what to do with himself if he does not make it to WrestleMania. It's like he's so desperate, and cutting that promo last night, even on that Raw talk, just all disheveled, and it's like Cena's on his road to redemption. I don't know if we'll see Undertaker, or they're just teasing it. I know some people don't really want to see Undertaker because the guy cannot. Listen, that match with Roman Reigns sucked last year, okay? Was the ending pretty much literally felt like it was a retirement, but then I just kind of thought of, like, this guy's not done yet. So I'm not really surprised that Undertaker's back because I knew he was never done. They always kept saying it was rumored that Reigns put out the Undertaker, so they never really confirmed the Undertaker was retired. It sure looked like it, but it never was. But this is in LA tomorrow, I believe. Some people think Undertaker will show up on SmackDown since it is technically was his show, but I doubt that will happen. But I just swear, what is John Cena gonna do tomorrow night on SmackDown? I just feel like if they add him to the Elimination Chamber, if he gets added to this Fatal 5-Way, I'm gonna laugh. If he's added to the title or something, he's gonna face Nakamura for his shot on the line. So it's like John Cena's doing anything to get to WrestleMania. Now he just goes back to SmackDown tomorrow night. Bray Wyatt went against Heath Slater. He pretty much destroyed Heath Slater and Rhino winning. And then he sat in the corner talking about Matt Hardy. It's all his fault. I'm coming for you. We will face again. Dude, just end this freaking feud. If the payoff has to be a WrestleMania, get it over with then. I'm tired of this. That match sucked last night. The crowd hijacked the thing. Yeah, you heard your delete chants, but if Rusev Day and Beach Balls are more over, then that's a problem, okay? This ain't over. Bray Wyatt ain't over. This broken, woken gimmick ain't over at all. I know people say it's a slow burn, someone will point out there, and, oh, we don't need to rush Brother Nero or Rebby or King Maxwell, Senor Benjamin, Fireworks, Stipulated, Boat, Vanguard 1, and many more in the Broken Universe. But dude, I don't even know what it is. They're gonna cram all their eggs in one basket at WrestleMania. Might as well be worth it because they ain't really got nothing else for Matt Hardy going on right now. I wish they moved Matt Hardy to another feud because this whole thing with Bray Wyatt, it sucks. It freaking sucks. And it looks like Bray Wyatt in any of these feuds they just get bad now because you just know he's gonna lose. The thing with Finn Balor just kept getting weirder and weirder, which thank God we didn't see it because he got sick. Randy Orton one was going on to a good start, was going on good until WrestleMania and the promos leading up to it, house burnings and stuff, and the cockroaches at Mania. That was the worst match at WrestleMania last year with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. I don't know, man. I know people want, oh, we need to go to Cameron, North Carolina. I don't know, man. Sometimes this woken gimmick just looks really stupid, though, and say what you want about the broken gimmick in TNA. It was better. It was better than TNA because at least it was like a story leading into the final deletion and how Matt became broken. They just had 1 week Matt just starts doing random delete chants, and then next week he's broken Matt Hardy out of nowhere, or woken Matt Hardy. So they just kind of did it from there. But Bray Wyatt, man, I don't know, man. Nowadays, this guy's getting sued out here for not paying child support. Still gets to fuck JoJo, though. Can't hate on that, but child support. I don't know what's going on with him. Miz, who cut a great promo out here. He'd rather be in LA, and he says he will become the longest Intercontinental Champion of all time in 62 days. Really? Like, you only had it for like a month. I didn't think it would be that long. Like, I swear he had over 100-something days before, so wouldn't he not be the longest running? I don't know. I don't really know, but I'm like, the longest running Intercontinental Champion? I'm actually surprised I hear Pedro Morales' name. I haven't heard that name in a long time. But he says he should be facing Brock in Mania, become a double champion, and talk about Kurt Angle's forcing him to start the Elimination Chamber match against Seth and Finn, and now he's having him in a match tonight to who he's gonna face at WrestleMania, and he said might face him. Miz was cut an awesome promo, no doubt about that. But knew he was never gonna win that chamber. The next thing you know, he goes against Seth Rollins, which was a very great match. By the way, Seth Rollins keeping up the great momentum after last week, so that was great. After that gauntlet match and that, frog splash from the very long distance was great. He super over, so people loved it. Next thing you know, Finn Balor comes out then. Before the match even started, though, Dallas and Axel attacked, but Gallows and Anderson, Bullet Club, well, I can't say Bullet Club, Balor Club, or whatever club this is, pretty much came for the save, and Kurt Angle pretty much told me, you will do this match or you ain't going to WrestleMania. Finn takes him out next, so could this be a triple threat match? I don't know. Well, no, it might as well be, because I'm like, it's got to be Seth or Finn. And Miz was out there getting pretty much killed for like 30-something minutes, so it'll most likely be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. Miz, Finn, and Seth. Hopefully they get this off of Miz. Literally, I want the belt off of him now at this point in time. Like, he's done nothing with the title. He said he did something with the title in the promo. He really hasn't. And then pretty much Renee and asked Seth Rollins about the whole Finn Balor being out there. He doesn't know why Finn Balor or why he's trying to upstage him, but he said he's going to Elimination Chamber. He says he may have failed the Elimination Chamber, but there's more than one road to WrestleMania. And now he wants the Intercontinental title against Miz at WrestleMania. So he's found another way to get the Mania. John Cena needs to know that. But after that, Roman Reigns came out. I'm sorry for messing my word, but here's where we go with this Roman Reigns promo, which they said Lesnar was gonna be there, but he wasn't. And I don't know what they're trying to do with this. Well, he was booed, of course, coming out there. I guess he's trying to win over some fans, but it's like he's trying to pull off a shoot, talking about, 30 minutes ago Lesnar left, and some people are gonna get mad at me about this saying in the back, but Brock is just a guy, and he's entitled piece of crap that hides behind his contract, and talked about Lesnar was in Vegas, but he wasn't at the Chamber at the Chamber pay-per-view, and he was hanging with Dana White, UFC boss, and everything, which everybody's seen that photo now. And he says everyone's sick of it. He doesn't respect the fans. He doesn't respect anyone, and we're just sick of Brock Lesnar. And he says he doesn't care if it's the big town, little town. He says he'll be there out there. He says let me tell you something. Me and them boys out there, we've just been going in and out every night. Taking care of, out there putting it out all on the line. And Lesnar and Heyman are businessmen, and he pretty much says I don't fear Brock Lesnar. And he says I don't fear that bitch either. Pretty much, I don't respect him. He said first. And I'm gonna go in the back because I'm gonna get chewed out, because unlike some people, I respect this place. So listen, we've heard promos like this before of Brock. So this promo here is just like Roman's getting mad at Brock for being a part-time guy, and that for some reason now Roman is now the voice of the locker room. He speaks for everybody, saying we're sick of Brock Lesnar and his antics. Listen, this is all true, okay? We know this. We know Brock Lesnar's contract. We know they're literally overpaying this guy way too much money, to be honest. Like, I get he's a draw, but that 12 to 15 million, come on now. And I don't know what Roman's really trying to get the people on his side with this, and we're pulling out the UFC thing, which I believe Brock's contract is up. I think it's up after WrestleMania if you may go back to UFC, but this is what they're trying to pull here. It's like they were trying to make Roman. It's like it wanted to be a shoot, but it's like he's like, this is stuff we've heard before, and other people say this also. So we're just pulling that type of card. I don't know what Paul and them will say next week. I'm sure they will if they're there next week, but I guess this is where they're going with Roman or something. I don't know. Okay, I really don't know. Sheamus and Cesaro went against Titus Brand in a 2 out of 3 falls match, which immediately Cesaro distracted Titus, and then he got bro kicked for the first fall. And then the match pretty much went on and kind of had the same finish last night with Apollo. And then they pretty much interviewed the Bar, saying, the Bar, we've beaten everybody, and talked about Ambrose and Rollins and Jason Jordan and the Hardys and the New Day and I believe Gallows Anderson, and they said we've beaten everybody on here. So who's left to face? So who is really left to face the Bar right now? I guess other people I could think it was like what, Gallows and Anderson, or maybe the Revival if they stop burying them. But will it be some multi-man match at Mania? Will we bring in a team from NXT or something like that to to face them, because they must have something planned for them, because Titus Brand was never going to win last night. Then we did a 2 out of 3 falls match, which they weren't not going to win either, so yeah. I guess they played the Warrior Award for Jarius Robertson. I remember seeing that kid on SmackDown, I know that, but so they're giving him a Warrior Award. That's pretty good for him. Braun Strowman, I was going against Elias, as Elias says, I'm playing my guitar, and Braun wants to talk about my music, all about noise pollution. And as he's saying, Strowman came out, but it ended in DQ once it was a fire extinguisher to Braun Strowman's face, and Elias kept spraying him with the gut, but Strowman chasing him as he acted like he was, he was blinded, and he was going to put him through the table, but Elias was running all the way to the back, all the way, and chasing him. And there's a limo right there in the end, and Braun says, I'm not finished with you, and then he walked off camera since Elias escaped. And there was a limo, and then we went to break, and then we went to Triple H and Stephanie coming out about the whole Ronda Rousey thing, and they blamed Kurt Angle, and things work different here. This ain't MMA, this ain't the UFC, it's the WWE here. And pretty much they wanted them out there right now. They wanted to call out the players and learn their place. And she called out Kurt Angle, but Ronda Rousey came out there and looked like she rushed to the ring and was pissed. But Kurt told her to calm down and says, listen, this is WWE, things work different here, okay? And pretty much Kurt Angle told him, like, I need this job, okay? I just need it. And Rousey pretty much says, I'm no one's property and stuff. I swear that when he says I need this job, it was pretty funny though, and the fans did laugh at it. And he said I lied, so I was like he was trying to cover for Stephanie and Triple H then, but pretty much Kurt was apologizing, and Rousey says, let's address the slap thing. You could put this all behind him. All you gotta do is apologize, or else I'll rip your arm off out of its socket. As a rip it off chant happened. Stephanie pretty much walked up to Rousey and said she was very, very sorry, and she left. And then Triple H, for some reason, could not help himself and had to lay out Kurt Angle. For a minute there, I thought The Rock was about to be in that limo, but then again, it's like that guy has a crazy movie schedule. He's not, so I'm assuming Triple H and Stephanie were in that limo because I thought it was about to be some surprise ending. Even though this whole segment was very odd, and Kurt just like, I need this job, man. I gotta have this job. So I don't know. Rousey was okay on the mic. You know, maybe I was a little hard on him, but like, I guess we gotta give it time. She just got there and she's just nervous, but she was better on, a little bit better on the mic. Stephanie's voice is just annoying. Triple H, you know, I'm sure we already know it's Triple H and Stephanie versus Kurt Angle and Rousey. Even though it was already rumored to be Triple H versus Kurt Angle to begin with, but now we're going with this, so I'm sure this will already get the leadership announced for the tag team match sooner or later. But hopefully Rousey could, I guess, help Kurt Angle now and grow a set again. Other than said, I need this job. I need this job. But yeah, as for Monday Night Raw itself, I don't know, man. It looked like once it got to the second, third hours, things just start falling apart until probably maybe the end segment, because I just didn't know what was going on at a point in time. Reigns' shoot promo, I guess, and I did like Finn Balor and Seth taking out Miz. That was actually some pretty good matches, and the crowd was with it, and you know it was going to be a triple threat match at Mania anyways. Bray Wyatt, I don't care. John Cena will be on SmackDown tomorrow and challenge. Well, you know, he challenged the Undertaker tonight. Women's segment, I'm tired of these six women tags. Annoying. Braun versus Elias. We'll see where that goes into since we have fire extinguishers involved. So yeah, and who will Sheamus and Cesaro face next? Raw was just kind of whatever in a way for the night after Mania. It was, I guess, a couple of interesting things here and there, but you know, John Cena's announcements of Taker, pretty much in Mania. That's pretty much the big thing. I'm sure everything's talking about right now. So yeah. But this is my Monday Night Raw review. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Please check out my review and live reactions to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view from the night before. So yeah, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.